We've all gotten pretty fluent in the language of psychological safety. We talk about making it safe to speak up, ask questions, even to make mistakes. But there's a new layer almost no one is talking about because now, in a lot of rooms, your team's new colleague is an algorithm that never sleeps, never gets tired, and never has a bad day. And that changes the texture of safety in ways most leaders haven't named yet. So let's do it. I'm Jen Kronberger, and this is Brave in 5. Right now, AI is out there writing drafts, summarizing meetings, ranking candidates, tracking productivity, and on the surface, it looks neutral, even efficient and helpful. Underneath, your people are quietly wondering, if this thing can do what I do, will you still need me? Who's training it, and what bias is it quietly learning? What happens to my voice when a tool is smoother or faster or less emotional than I am? That's more than psychological safety. That's algorithmic safety. Algorithmic safety is, can I trust that the tools we're using will not silently erase me, judge me, or even replace me? Without anyone ever saying that out loud. And here's where brave leadership shows up, especially in vulnerability and authenticity. Because your people can feel when you're pretending you have this all figured out. They can sense when the message is, AI is amazing, don't worry, everything is fine. While your own body is whispering, this is bigger than we're letting on. Authentic leadership in an AI-saturated workplace sounds more like, we're bringing AI into our work. I don't have every answer about what that means yet. Nobody does. Here's what I do know. Your value is not just in your tasks. It's in how you think, how you connect and challenge and create. And that is non-negotiable. That's vulnerability. That's you choosing honesty over control. And then you take it a step further. You co-create guardrails instead of disappearing into a back room to decide everything alone. You ask your people, what excites you about these tools? What scares you? Where do you worry AI might be used in ways that might feel unfair or dehumanizing or unsafe? You don't just roll out an AI policy. You invite a conversation about power, bias, and impact. Because AI doesn't just automate work, it can automate bias and pressure. It can automate silence, especially if people feel like questioning it makes them look behind or resistant to change. So here's the question I want to put right in the middle of your leadership today. What does safety look like when your colleague is an algorithm that never sleeps? Sit with that for a minute. Safety might look like being crystal clear about what data is collected and how it's used. Maybe drawing a line. We use AI to support human judgment, not to replace human worth. Saying out loud, if any tool makes you feel smaller, more watched, or more replaceable, I want to know. Safety might also look like you as a leader admitting, hey, I'm learning too. I'm going to get some of this wrong. But I refuse to pretend that this doesn't touch your identity, your security, and your sense of being needed. That's authenticity. That's trusting your people with the truth instead of shielding them with spin. At its best, AI can free humans to do the most human things, to imagine, to connect, to synthesize, to care. But that only happens if we design systems that prioritize learning over perfection. Where using AI is an experiment, not a performance. Where people are allowed to say this output is wrong without fearing they look less competent than the machine. Where the question isn't, why didn't you use the tool, but what did you learn by using it? So here's your Brave in 5 reflection this week. Where in your world might AI be quietly increasing fear or silence even while it increases efficiency? What's one sentence or truth you haven't said yet about AI and your team's future that you're willing to say now out loud? And what's one guardrail that you can co-create with your people instead of deciding for them? Look, you don't have to be an AI expert, but you do have to be honest, open, and willing to let your people shape the way these tools live in your culture. Because in an AI-saturated workplace, leadership isn't just about how we use the tools. It's about who we are becoming as we use them. And that, more than any algorithm, is what your people are watching. Stay human, lead brave.